garrison houses here, for the most part, are still built. There's a couple of collapsed garrison houses on the northern side. A single tiny collapsed garrison house immediately south of the road there, that road that runs through Plaza with a train track on it. Apart from that, all the garrison houses here are still up. And despite the artillery fire, I haven't seen any of them be completely collapsed yet. Though there's quite a bit of no man's land here. The artillery has been firing here throughout this entire area for a significant amount of time. See a lot of mud and a lot of dirt here. Colonial Field anti-tank guns still controlling that gap as day breaks on day 199. 606 hours. Foxhole War. Warden infantry moving in to put some pressure on that field gun. It does seem that there's a colonial pillbox keeping them from getting close enough. Warden artillery. No, colonial artillery. Colonial artillery seems to have shifted its point of aim. Move back here a little bit. They've shifted their point of aim to the Warden infantry's position to devastating effect. Does seem like the Warden infantry is making a hasty retreat here back to their bunker line. Keep in mind, not much has changed here. Warden's still only relying on natural cover and a single sandbag line. This colonial half-track moves in to fill the gap left by the Wardens backing up to their trenches. But artillery is almost relentless. Still firing on the main Warden line at the moment. That half-track holding firm at the bottom of the plaza. Those actually seem to be backing off now. Wardens, despite the artillery, are still moving up into the positions they had in natural cover just moments ago. Colonial half-track is now migrating over towards the eastern side here between those two spires. I think as of now, we'll back off here a little bit and get our equipment taken care of.
Dead.
Bring you continued coverage tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon as this war develops. Colonial and Warden armor continue to scuffle. The same Colonial and Warden field guns actually at the moment. With a singular Colonial half-track. But as we back off here, I'll take a moment to go over the entire region one more time. Fisherman's Row, Colonials being entirely kicked out of the region, with Wardens taking full control of it. Does seem Colonials attempting to make a break-in back into the region along the border with Westgate, whereas the Wardens have made a pretty solid break-in towards the south and to Origin. We continue to watch those and see where they go. In Farinac Coast, Wardens pushing south, taking control of Maka's Keening and Pleading Wharf. Now skirmishing with the Colonials over Victa, moving back and forth along that road west of McCarthy Fields. Still scuffling over that partially destroyed bunker base, trying to see who can take control over it. In Lynn Mercy, Wardens have completely evicted the Colonials. Does seem that a break-in may be attempted by the Colonials here. But as of now, Wardens hold firm control over both Fort Duncan and Prairie Bazaar. Immediately south of there in Lockmore, Colonials still holding a firm foothold on the Warden side of the bridge, immediately west of Mercy's Wish. We've seen them go back and forth over that all night. Earlier in the night, the Wardens did hold control over the bridge entirely. It does seem that their bunker defenses on the outskirts of that town have been knocked out. Deadlands, where I'm currently stationed, Wardens retaking control over the spine after the flanking maneuver the Colonials pulled last week to take control over it from the Wardens. Now pushing the Colonials back down all the way to Liberation Point, just north of Liberation Point at the bridge. As that stagnates, fighting heats up south of the Iron Passage and Pommel Annex. Wardens and Colonials continue to scuffle over the plaza in an attempt to gain control over Abandoned Ward, or retain control over Abandoned Ward in the Colonials' case. In Marble Hollow, Wardens making massive gains, pushing the Colonials south, taking control over the Spit Rocks and pressing them up against the Lockheed Breakers just outside of Lockheed proper. Little intel in this region. It does seem that the Colonials are pushed back to that bridge, but they may also be on the other side of the bridge or crossing over from the border of Drowned Vale. In Inlet Shore, Wardens breaking out of their boxed-in location in Brackish Point, taking control of Saltbrook Channel and the Evil Eye, along with Tuatha Watch Post on that island. Wardens and Colonials now still fighting over Endless Shore proper. It seems the Colonials still held outside of the southern side of Endless Shore, or not Endless Shore, Saltbrook. Outside Saltbrook on the southern side of the city. They did hold the southern side of the city and had the Wardens pressed up against the river earlier in the night. But as of now, the Wardens are holding firm control of the southernmost side of the city and appear to be pushing further southward. In Godcrofts, Colonials have taken control over Anchor Beach, now pushing into Blackwatch, Warden-controlled town just north. There earlier in the night, it is currently raining in Godcrofts, and I assume it is also raining in Inlet Shore. But it does seem the fighting is fairly stagnant there, despite the deployment of rocket artillery and a significant amount of armor.
Mr. Lucas Parker.
Yes.
Hello, how's it going?
Just a moment and I'll finish up my war recap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Tempest Island, Wardens pushed out of Alchemo Estate as that stalemate broke. Colonials now holding control over the entire region of Tempest Island. Whether or not they will make a break-in into Endless Shore is yet to be seen. Now it does seem we're here with the artillery men here. Seem to be doing counter battery. Anastasis of Siege, it's Lucas Parker for the Presscorps. It seems the Colonial artillery has been completely relentless here in the Deadlands. How has the counter battery, or perhaps the return fire, been going for you so far?
So, I can't say too much of this because I just arrived, and I've been helping this. I'm using helping these guys to reload, so I cannot talk too much of it. I just know that we're fighting back. That's all I'm aware of.
You don't have to divulge anything for operation security reasons, but if you are willing, are there any immediate plans to deal with that Colonial artillery fire, or are the engineers just doing the best they can to hold on here?
I believe they're just doing the best they can, from what I can see, This particular place in the war is always just gonna,
This place
it's
is
always,
hell.
It's always like this, yes.
This
Not
is
just
absolute
by-
hell. Oh shit, 120s.
Not just by the enemies, but also by your side. Ow.
Get the shells out of here.
Ow, you're
Where's the crane?
Lucas!
Assume the warden
I need the crane.
The warden line is cracked a little bit by the Colonial artillery as it creeps forward. The interviewee is currently being attended to by medical staff.
Expensive shit out of here. FMGs stay though. I need
Oh, Lucas, you just left me there.
We'll move back here a little bit.
Lift it up for me. Okay, what's this up for?
So artillery fire continues to fire. Relentless, absolutely relentless here.
I don't give a shit.
We'll move back a little bit. I do believe we have a report we might be able to bring in from Fahrenheit Coast from another one of our reporters here soon before I actually head back deeper in the Warden lines to rest up and recover for tomorrow. So let's see if we can get him patched in. But as of now, for those of you who might just be joining us, this is Lucas Parker for the Presscorps, currently reporting live from the Deadlands, just south of Iron's End.
Dude, there's not much for our infantry to do.
I want to be part of the team.
We have seen, as this front line develops here,
The right thing by pulling the fucking
near constant artillery fire from the Colonials. From the interviews that we have gotten, it does seem the Warden engineers are just doing the best they can at this moment to hold on and weather out this storm of 120mm rain. Counter battery intermittent at best. Seems there's been some severe loss of organization here just off of the artillery alone. Warden's still making a very firm push into the plaza nonetheless, still holding on to the northern side of Deadlands. Does not seem that we're actually able to get into contact with the reporter we have in the field in Fahrenheit at the moment. So apologies for that. But I think this is where we will leave it for the night, at least for me. As I will move back and disassemble my equipment and get ready for some more reporting tomorrow. But for now, this has been Lucas Parker for the Presscorps. Live coverage from the Deadlands. We'll continue to bring you updates as this war progresses.
The Presscorps is an all-volunteer creative collective of reporters, broadcasters, artists, and more from the MMO video game Foxhole, developed by Siege Camp. Our mission is to engross our audience in and amplify the stories of this unique war ecosystem. The Presscorps was founded in 2018 by former Planetside 2 Radio Free Auraxis host, CaptainInArms. It is a separate community entity and is not officially representative of Siege Camp. For more information, visit our website at PressCorpsGaming.com. That's PressCorps Gaming.com.